Welcome to part 2 of the Carpfix Social.
Mega. Oh, it's a scaly. It's a big old scaly, that is. I think that's Fred. I think that's Fred.
What is that? What is that? Look at the length of it. Oh, finally made the wall, didn't I? Fred! Fucking come on! Oh!
Yeah, man.
So previously in part 1 of our Carpfix Social to Gigantica Lake, we arrived on the Saturday, we done the dreaded draw. I got myself in the beach swim, which not one of my favourites, but a known haunt of the Immaculate Common, and also a swim that's in really good form at the moment, and one that does a lot of big fish. Now, the going spot of late, and the one that I started on, is towards the Alamo at just over 18 wraps. And my initial idea with regards to sort of bait and approach and what I wanted to do, I wanted to start with a straight boilier only sort of, to that is, I feel that although it's not the most attractive, I feel that it does target and sort of help you to get amongst the bigger fish. Now, that said, other guys at the start of the trip had a lot of trouble with bream. There's been a lot of bream caught at this moment, and it's really difficult when you want to do something to make everything more attractive, but at the same time you don't want to catch bream. So that's the sort of problem that we're all trying to overcome at this point. Hemp seems to be a bit of a running theme, as in like pellet and smart liquid and stuff like that is getting the bream, whereas the hemp is sort of being ignored, and the carp are certainly feeding on that. Now, I've managed 2 carp, one being a 40 pounder and one being a 23. I also lost one, but I've got 2 spots, both at 18 wraps, one towards the Alamo, one towards a pointy tree just to the left of the stink swim. And at this point in the session, I've seen fish coming every night. They seem to leave the swim late morning, early afternoon, and then gives you a good amount of time to get your rods out, get your baiting done. It gets dark and they just start jumping all over me. So if that continues in part 2, and I keep getting the bait in, I really do think that there's a real chance of a big one. We've not had a 50 as a group yet, and there isn't many weeks go by at Gigantica where there's not a 50 pounder caught. So yeah, I would say over these next 4 nights, as we head towards that full moon, we're going to get a big one. Well, that's what I hope anyway.
I like it in there, it's nice.
Saying 5-0, Hawaii. I reckon it's one of the like 60s, probably just a bit spawned out.
No, 15, 6, 8.
That's it.
So that's a 60 pounder, I reckon, one of the 60s probably.
Come on the carp! Come on the mungo!
56. Wow.
You turn to the head towards the switch.
It's alright. It's fine.
You can go that way.
Off she goes. Hey! Well done.
Come on the carps, come on the Parker baits.
It sounds an amazing 22-year-old board. They were to sound on the strike this summer and made formal contact with the Bundesliga. But United's offer comes after Newcastle.
Tell you what, this still I feel like a good fish. Feels proper heavy. There's a real shallow bit of nastiness down there that I'm just trying to be a bit aware of, but this feels heavy. I don't see it, it's right there. There it is. Oh, it's a scaly. It's a big old scaly, that is. Mate, I think that's Fred. I think that's Fred. That's Fred. I'm sure that's Fred. I don't see it, it's right there. Oh, you're kidding. I could have had that if that net hadn't got stuck then. I could have had that in the net. Always upside down, that could be it.
Yes! Come on! Woo! Yes! 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 Now we're talking. I'm sure that's Fred. I'm fucking sure it's Fred. I think it's the other side of it. Fred! Fred! Fucking come on! Oh! Yeah, man!
Oh mate, he is a joke of a carp. Yes! That's Fred, isn't it?
That's fucking Fred, isn't it?
If I can see it really quickly as well, I got it in under the rod tip and then I had it on for probably 20 minutes, like it just wouldn't go in the fucking net. I've been coming to Gigantica since 2010, and in that time I've probably done 15 to 20 trips here, and for as long as I can remember, Fred has always been the biggest of the scaly ones. Not the biggest carp in the lake, but there was always lots of really cool scaly long carp in here, and he was always the biggest of them. I remember back in the day he was sort of 46 pound and used to regularly get caught from the tree line. That was sort of where you sort of used to set your stall out if you really wanted to catch him. Now, over the years he's got bigger, and I've always looked at that photo board every time and thought, I would love to catch that carp. And it was this time last year that Chris Irvine, he caught it off of Coe's Point. I remember saying that he'd caught it over a lot of hemp. We changed the hemp this time yesterday, got the hemp out there. And the beach is another one of his favourite haunts. So yeah, I'm blown away. I don't really know what else to say. It's so cool, man. It should be 60 pound, but obviously spawning's not happened too long ago, so it might be a 50 pounder. Regardless what it weighs, it's yeah, a very special, scaly old carp.
Come on!
So the bite was not sort of your typical pull up to the top, take a load of line. It sort of pulled up, took, and then fell slack, and I wasn't sure if it was a bite or not, to be honest. It was a bit odd. But I decided that it had to be. Picked up the rod, wound in quite a bit of slack, and made contact probably, I don't know, after about 20 yards of winding up slack. And it came in fairly easily, like it quite to the right, and because I'd lost one in that bush down that right hand margin, I was a little bit aware about that and pulled a little bit harder. I didn't pull its head off, but I pulled a little bit harder to try and stop it going round to the right. It came under the rod tip. I got a sight of it, saw that I thought that it was Fred, and it almost went in the net, almost went straight in there, but the net snagged on the board. The fish wasn't really beaten at that point, it was just caught off guard, and it powered off back into the lake. And if it had come off at that point, I'd have been mortified, especially after having lost that big fish round to the right. But yeah, got it in the net, made the big shout out across the lake, woke everyone up that, yeah, Fred, across the old lake. And everyone came round, a lot of them, you know, a lot of people wheeled in the rods to come around and see the fish. We left it in the net, it was probably in the net for the best part of an hour, and it darkened off lovely. It was a lovely time of morning to get a bite, you know, first light, sun just coming over the trees opposite. And it was, Fred's got a bit of a reputation of being a bit of a maniac on the mat. Like obviously all big fish at Gigantica, sort of 50s and 60s, that don't come onto the bank to be photoed. And Fred has actually escaped off of other people's mats and they've not managed to get shots of it.
Fucking hell, that is big.
But we put him on the mat in the water, weighed him at 66 pounds, which I believe is its biggest ever weight.
No way. Really? Ah, finally made the wall, didn't I? Ah.
Not that that matters, you know, if it was 58, I'd have been over the moon with that.
Really?
He sat on the mat for a minute, we composed ourselves, took the mat out, took the sling out, and he was as well behaved as you could ever have imagined or hoped that he would have been. He looked absolutely glorious. You know, it's only just sort of the beginning of August, and they've spawned multiple times here, like through the spring, through the summer and stuff.
God, it's fucking heavy this way.
And there's every potential that some of the fish are, you'd assume that they might be massively spawned out and down in weight. Now, I'm not sure if Fred is a male or a female, but yeah, it was plump, looking extremely well, lovely coloured, not any red marks over it. Like sometimes Fred has had some rashes in the past, well, on his tummy and whatnot, but he just looked armour-plated and amazing, everything that you could have hoped for. And to share the experience with everyone, you know, everyone here on the Carpfix Social, you know, I hope each and one of these guys can catch a fish of their dreams while they're here, you know, and have that moment. But
That's
yeah,
good.
I'm just made up. You know, you come to these holiday venues, Gigantica in particular, and as I've just said, you know, you look at every day you go up there for dinner, and you look at that photo board, and you look at it. It's almost like a menu. It's like, here's what you could have had or you might have had. And to have been coming here since 2010, it's now 2025, and been looking at him for 15 years and longing to have catch him. You know, when I first saw him, I think he was a 46 pounder when I first knew of him. And to yeah, finally get my little 5 minutes with him in the water was absolutely brilliant. So yeah, good day. Buzzing for this afternoon, barbecue night tonight. We're going to reel in at lunchtime, get up the lodge and have some beer pong and play some darts with the lads, have a barbecue and come round here for some wonky Wednesday spomming. Luckily I'm only fishing at 18 wraps, so it shouldn't be too much of a drama to get the rods back in position. But yeah, I'm made up. Whatever happens now throughout the rest of the week doesn't really matter, but the wind is gently lapping into my swim, and I think that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night, I've got 3 nights. I think there's every chance I could get another absolute worldie. You know, I'm expecting probably a couple of 3 more bites during my time here, and if one of them is a giant or another lovely one, then so be it. But yeah, let's just kick back, savour the moment. And yeah, I'll see you at beer pong.